Morning all, you probably thought I've forgotten about you today. We're finishing today with this anatomical analysis. I'm going to do the push-up. There's still just 7 of you that did the worksheet. Remember, I'm marking it after your test tomorrow. And then, it counts for your year marks. Now, tomorrow I'm only going to ask 2 things. I'm going to ask the push-up for anatomical analysis, and I'm going to ask the lunge, the split squat or inline lunge. And you'll have to do them for me. I'm going to do the push-up today for me, but I'm going to be a little bit lazy because you'll have to go onto Moodle and find the muscles yourself. If we look at the push-up, if we start at the bottom, during the upwards phase, we work against gravity and it's concentric contraction. You'll see this extension of the elbow, so you'll know that it's triceps brachii, concentric contraction. But there's one other one I want. And then you also know the 2 other joints involved is your glenohumeral joint. So it's probably horizontal flexion. And which muscles are involved? Definitely the anterior fibers of deltoid, pectoralis major, and who else? Is your lats working? Is pectoralis minor working? I don't know. You'll have to find out for me and answer it tomorrow. Then the scapulothoracic joint. You can see these clearly, they move away from each other during the upwards phase. So that's protraction. Which muscles does protraction? And then your stabilizers in the shoulder girdle. Those 4 of them you also need to mention for me. If we look further down, you can see the downwards movement. Again, same muscles moving, but now they're contracting eccentric. So that's eccentric contraction, concentric. Eccentric, and you can clearly see there how that's retraction during the downwards phase. But remember, it's eccentric. So it's not your rhomboids working there in the lower fibers of trapezius. It's the other ones. Okay. Now, we know the shoulder stabilizers. I'll tell you the 4: teres minor, subscapularis, supraspinatus, and infraspinatus. You need to mention them. But there's other stabilizers in as well. And we need to have a look. There, it's really nice posture. But now your abdominals will have to help, your glutes will have to help, your quadriceps will have to keep your body straight. He'll show us now. There we can see. They got bad form. Look at that lordotic curve, putting a lot of strain on the lower back. And you'll probably see a lot of retraction and winged scapulas in this action. There does the posterior tilt, clearly activating the glutes, activating your core. There we go again. Nice. Now we're getting stabilizers involved. 100% correct. Right, guys, that's all for today. Tomorrow's test, remember, it's going to be an anatomical analysis. You use the jam joint action and then movement. It's nice. I want to know, is it concentric or eccentric contraction? Which phase are you discussing? You must do all the joints involved. Remember, in the lunge, there's 3. In the push-up, there's 3. And you must tell me the stabilizers. So I would want to know which muscles stabilize the shoulder joint, which muscles stabilize your pelvic girdle in the push-up, and also with a lunge, which stabilizes. And then there's something else I'm going to ask of you tomorrow. I want to know a little bit regression and progression. So if I do the lunge, how can I make it harder for myself and how can I make it easier? In the push-up, how can I make the push-up harder and how can I regress in the push-up? You can work this out so long. You've got till tomorrow. I'll open the test again for 2 hours or something. So do the work, then you can literally just upload and submit it. Just read through the questions in the test because it's not only going to be the anatomical analysis. Okay, cheers, enjoy the day.